Hello, welcome to Fanfiction Theater. I'm Tristan. With me is Kitty.
Hello, how are you and why?
And Drew Brock from Drawback Productions.
Hi, everyone. A bird pooped on me just mere moments ago.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
It didn't go in my hair, so or otherwise I'd be like just getting out of the shower, open robe, like Alfred Molina at the end of Boogie Nights. Like, hey, everybody, what's going on? But no, now what's weird about it is my attention was on a dead pigeon that was on the ground, and then I felt something wet hit my leg, and then my shoe. My expensive walking shoe. Ooh. So, let's see how that affects gameplay. Hello, everyone.
Oh, my goodness.
I think maybe that dead pigeon was especially unpopular in the pigeon community, and you just got caught in the crossfire.
Oh,
no. Maybe, or it's like, hey, quit looking at my mom, fart. And then...
Also with us is Michael T. Bradley from Ice on Mars.
I feel really bad for training that pigeon.
You son of a... Why, I oughta.
And we have a special guest tonight.
Thank you. I'm right here. Thank you so much.
And we have another special guest tonight. His name is Derek and also goes by Dare Bear on Twitch.
Woo!
Hello. I don't have as great a story, but that's fun.
Who does?
I had nothing before that bird shit on me, so I guess I need to thank the bird.
True. It's giving you material. I'm just going to shout out Dare Bear in chat so you can all go follow. Amazing streamer who does a lot of Zelda games and Dead by Daylight. Anything else?
D by Deadlight.
Oh, sorry. D by Deadlight.
Yeah.
D by D. I also Pokemon Arceus.
Oh,
right
that's
now.
Right. That's right.
Okay. You've now entered a much debated field. So you say Arceus. Because...
Oh God, yeah, we've had this discussion so many times. I say Arceus.
Yeah, I had totally forgotten that we had an argument over this. I don't fall either way because I only know it through print. But
right. I personally prefer Arceus. That makes sense to me as like Arc plus Deus or deity.
Yeah.
I actually watched an entire YouTube video breaking it down when I edited that episode.
Oh, Lord.
And I ended up deciding, you know what, I don't care. Because apparently it's been pronounced multiple ways in like multiple official media, so.
It's spelled like
it was supposed to be Arceus at one point, but Arce was not very widely accepted as a name of a game in certain locations.
Because then it's like Deus plus ass, and it's not
right.
It's Arceus. Yeah, I say Glockenspiel. Everyone gets so mad.
All right. So tonight,
what are we doing?
We've got a few. I think we might just do all fics written in-house tonight because you've got your Golden Girls fanfic chapter. Plus you wrote a what is it?
Well, the computer mostly wrote it, but Johnny Bravo have more of a Neopet now.
Okay.
Another chapter of that.
Is that the title now? Johnny Bravo has more of a Neopet.
Have more of a Neopet now. You have to correct yourself while you.
I can has Neopet.
You can has Neopet.
And we.
God, I keep thinking that fic has to be over, but then more just keeps happening, and I'm fine with that. It's just
or something. You'll have to tell me what happened in every fic that we start.
Yeah, well, it was kind of a cliffhanger on that one.
Oh boy! Well,
that's right because of the name thing, right?
Yeah.
And then Michael, we still have more Monster Me, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Did we read 1 or 2 chapters of that?
1. The first chapter
Okay.
is very long.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so I think I would like to start with Golden Girls.
Let's see. The last thing that I remember. So it's all about Rose accidentally paid. She might have used the entire savings of the house, or she might have lost the house because she bought an NFT. And I can't remember how that relates, but they all went. Because the person who was selling the NFT, they found out worked at a local, a GameStop. And so they all went there to seek this person out and, I don't know, beat the money out of him or whatever.
Yeah.
And take the NFT right out of his pocket.
Right. And then and then I think he ran away. That's the last thing that I remember.
Hey.
Hey, Jocelyn.
Hi, Jocelyn.
Thank you so much for 4 months
Oh my God.
subscription. Hello.
Thank you.
So, I am playing the role of Sophia, right?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Kitty is Blanche Devereaux.
Got that right.
Dare Bear will be taking on the role of Rose Nyland. And
There's one more.
there's one more.
Come on. Everyone knows her. Everyone loves her.
And B. Arthur, played by Drew Brock.
Oh, that's her real name. What's her name in the show? Big fan alert.
I'm blanking.
Big fan alert.
Hold on.
Dorothy!
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dare
That's
Bear.
exactly what I was going to say.
Sorry.
No, you didn't know. I was testing you. Tristan, jail yourself.
And can I just point out that I found out from this because, it's been so long since I've seen it. I don't remember any of the details, but apparently Rose has still got a job as a grief counselor. And I'm like,
Yeah.
that's so insane, to me, that I don't remember that
It
ever
did not
coming
come
up.
up much.
It didn't come up much, but she definitely was one.
That's so Rose was always my favorite character because I like the ditzy characters and everything, and because she would often get good Dada sort of jokes, and now that I'm older, I'm like, I really want in-depth. Because they would do a lot of in-depth things, especially with Dorothy's past marriages and things like that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so I'm like, were there ever episodes where it was she had to deal with a suicide or something?
No.
I agree with Michael. That is a show. That's not an episode. That is a show. That is at least.
That was what Golden Palace was about.
There was one episode of the Golden Girls where a crazy person came into the grief center and they did have a gun and they held people hostage on Christmas.
Gotcha. Okay.
Very
They
special.
got tough, yeah.
I need to look that one up. I know a friend of mine was. It probably doesn't matter, but a friend of mine was rewatching it recently, and she's like, "There's this episode where they're talking about I got touched on the subway today. Was I sexually harassed?" And it's holy shit! They were, you think of all the silly jokes, but they really were doing a lot of.
They pushed a lot of stuff. They had Blanche's gay son.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
came on, and there's so much that they actually were just pushing the envelope.
And Blanche's cousin with Down syndrome or brother with Down syndrome.
And
that was on Golden Palace, but
and then we can go on.
Anyway,
Golden Girls is great, y'all. Watch Golden Girls. Why are you here? Go watch some Golden Girls.
Okay.
This story really has made me incredibly nostalgic for it, and it makes me want to watch it. And especially, I'm gonna do the Grief Center rewatch. Anyway.
Sam says that was on Golden Pond.
Oh yes. Okay, wait. Wait, I have one last fact, and then we can just do this. Okay, ready? Blanche Devereaux came in, like Rue McClanahan, the lady, came in to read for Golden Girls, and she was actually going to be Rose Nyland, the innocent sweet one. And while she was reading for Rose Nyland, they were like, you're Blanche. I don't believe for 1 second that you're innocent.
It was also the other way around. Betty White went in to read for Blanche.
Oh my gosh. They were just like, nope, swap you.
Just swap them.
Perfectly. Okay, story time.
Yeah, and that's interesting because usually it's like, oh, they were reading for the main role, like Dorothy, you know, but then it was, so that's interesting. Okay,
obviously,
anyway.
Dorothy's the favorite.
Right.
All right,
So,
like, they're
Drew McClanahan, you're not dumb, you're a slut.
So they're in hot pursuit of this character from Tumblr or whatever, where Rose bought the NFT from, going out of the GameStop, right? That's where we're. All right, the girls jump in.
Sorry, I was just going to say they left the GameStop. The guy was like, "Oh, you're never going to catch me," and they ran, and then they jumped in a cab, and that's where we are.
All right, the girls jump into the cab so fast that the driver lets out a girlish scream.
Follow that fart man!
Fart man!
They yell in unison. The driver slams on the gas. Dorothy takes the front seat and points at the employee dashing away from the GameStop. Blanche, Sophia, and Rose sit squished together in the back. Sophia regrets taking the middle seat. She yells to the driver,
"And don't swerve too hard, or No Brains and Double Butt will pop me like a pimple,"
as she gestures to Rose and Blanche.
Do you have a laugh track?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was
There we go.
No Brains and Double Butt, I think is fun.
Oh,
Sure, yeah. The driver swerves through the Miami traffic as the girls try to keep an eye on Fartman the arcade exploder. Rose shouts,
"Damn! He's heading towards the pier!"
Sophia grabs her arm.
"Quick, Rose, give me your phone. I gotta tell the Papalardo Randazzo brothers." I think I got
Rose
that.
Sure.
Yeah. Rose fumbles her over phone to Sophia, who begins to feebly poke at the screen. Blanche yells,
"Oh no, we're not gonna make it!"
as they speed through the alleys toward the docks. Fartman the arcade exploder looks over his shoulder to make sure he lost the taxi. Because he always jogs, a mile seems a short distance to him. He runs to the pier where cars are boarding a ferry. He tries to avoid suspicion by casually striding through the visitor center before sauntering up to a random car. He pretends as if he's inspecting the tail light while he checks his surroundings. As the car moves forward onto the passenger ship, he quietly slips into the trunk. Okay. Dorothy watches him disappear into the trunk from the front seat of the cab as the driver parks near the pier. Dorothy never told the driver to stop. She angrily shouts at him,
He's right there. Why are you stopping?
Oh, yeah.
The disgruntled driver points to his empty fuel gauge and responds,
Oh, does anyone want to be the driver?
Oh, everybody's got
Hold
one.
on. I got a car alarm. Which
Oh.
You've got a disgruntled driver.
All right,
Drivers are very disgruntled.
Oi.
Okay, I guess I'll take the driver.
I'll go for it.
Look, lady, I'm out of gas, and you need to pay before I can drive anymore. So what's it gonna be? Cash, grass, or...
He realizes what he's proposing as he looks at Dorothy. He shivers in disgust. He looks at the girls in the back seat. Blanche poses seductively. Sophia closes her eyes and makes kissy faces with a lot of tongue. Rose smiles politely. The driver turns back to Dorothy and says forcefully,
That'll be $39.25 before the tip.
Oh man, Blanche could have made a great joke off of that, but oh well, okay. Suddenly, Rose's eyes... What's that?
They're busy. They're chasing the fart man.
You're never too busy for a just the tip joke, I say. Suddenly, Rose's eyes widen as she realizes...
I forgot my purse.
Blanche rolls her eyes. The driver sees Sophia using Rose's phone and says,
"It's okay, lady. I also take Apple Pay."
Rose looks relieved. She sighs.
Oh, thank goodness. So how many apples will this ride cost us exactly?
I like the implication that she does have a lot of apples in her purse.
Yeah.
Dorothy groans, then yells,
Just go get him. He's in the trunk of that car and the ferry is about to leave.
Blanche, Sophia, and Rose scramble out of the back seat while Dorothy grumbles and grabs her purse. She pulls out some cash and change. Dorothy hands the money over to the cab driver and says,
She should. There you go. $39.25. Oh, and I almost forgot your tip.
Oh no.
She opens the door and standing behind the door behind her. She shouts at the driver through the window. Use an air freshener in here. I mean, what kind of moron vapes in his own work vehicle? It smells like a joint of marijuana made love to a stack of pancakes in here.
She storms off to catch up with the girls.
Good reading, Drew.
Dorothy finds the girls standing at the edge of the pier talking with a crew member. She arrives just in time to hear him say,
Drew, take this guy.
Who is this?
He's just a guy.
A crew member.
Okay. I'm sorry, ladies, but we are at capacity. You can wait for the next vessel that comes at the top of the hour.
Blanche steps forward seductively.
Oh, but sir, it is of the utmost importance that these lovely ladies board this particular ship at this very moment.
He scoffs.
Oh, yeah? Why is that?
Blanche's eyes dart at the girls as she struggles to make up a reason. All the girls try to respond at the same time.
You see, my great-grandmother here,
says Blanche, putting an arm around Sophia.
Well, our cat,
says Rose, pointing toward the ship.
Picture it, Sicily, 1923.
Exclaims Sophia, waving her arms in the air. The employee raises an eyebrow at them. Dorothy speaks up.
I'm sorry, we're just so flustered. You see, my sisters and I were taking our mother here and her cat for their daily walk when her cat got off its leash and snuck onto the ferry. Can you just let us have a quick look around? I promise we'll be gone before the ship leaves.
The employee looks at the women skeptically. He thinks for a few seconds and says,
what do I care? Just make sure you disembark before we launch.
The girls thank him, and Blanche slips him a slip of paper with her phone number on it as they board the ferry. The employee lights a cigarette and walks away.
Now, which car is he in, Dorothy?
Asks Rose. Dorothy gathers the girls in a huddle and gives them a description of the car she saw Fart Man the arcade exploder sneak into. It's a white Hyundai. God, I just always want to say Honda. Hyundai Elantra with a Miami license plate on the back. Dorothy was too far away to get the exact plate numbers. Blanche asks,
should we split up?
Rose and Dorothy look worried.
I don't want to split up,
admits Rose. Dorothy nods and says,
listen, he might be stronger than us if we try to ambush him separately, but maybe we can catch him if we search in pairs. In pairs? Yeah, there we go.
Rose giggles.
Oh, see, we're not searching in pairs, we're searching cars.
I was waiting for the laugh track. There we go. Blanche rolls her eyes and grabs Sophia by the arm.
Well, I found my partner.
She tugs Sophia away.
Come on, Sophia. Let's go find this annoying little fart of a man and put an end to all this.
They walk together to the other side of the boat to begin their search. Dorothy and Rose.
Spitfire says Hyundai, which is how I've heard it in the States. I don't know how authentic that is.
He also says a joint of marijuana.
Hyundai.
I say
it comes
Hyundai.
up against Hyundai. Okay. I'm just going to pronounce it Arceus. Is everybody okay with that?
Yeah.
Dorothy and Rose awkwardly start walking through the lines of parked cars. Rose is feeling overwhelmed by guilt and embarrassment. She blurts out,
I'm just so sorry about all this, Dorothy. I'm sure this never would have happened if we were back in St. Olaf.
Dorothy keeps looking around and says,
Oh, don't mention it, Rose.
Rose is happily surprised by Dorothy's encouraging words. She looks up to Dorothy's face with a relieved smile and asks,
Dorothy, do you really forgive me?
Dorothy furrows her brow and says,
What on earth gave you that idea? I just told you not to mention St. Olaf. Now help me check out this car over here.
Rose frowns and obliges. The girls approach the vehicle from opposite sides. Dorothy and Rose sneak up slowly to either side of the trunk. They look at each other and nod. Dorothy counts quietly as she reaches for the trunk latch.
3, 2, 1.
Thankfully, the story's never going to mention the make of the car again, so we're good. She pulls the trunk open to reveal nothing, really. There's a fix-a-flat kit, some jumper cables, some old tennis shoes, and a small trophy from a duck hunting contest. Rose sighs. Dorothy rifles through the items in the trunk just to be sure. She hands the trophy to Rose and slumps down on the bumper of the car. Rose reads the trophy and remarks,
My mother always used to say, the man who hunts ducks out on weekends.
Dorothy thinks about this phrasing and shrugs. Dorothy turns back to the mostly empty trunk and whispers,
Damn! I was sure this was it.
Dorothy looks to Rose.
What are we gonna do now?
Rose thinks for a moment and asks,
Well, there's another white car on the other side where Sophia and Blanche are, right? Maybe they found him. Let's go see if we can meet up with them.
There's a little white car on the pier today. Rose begins running to the other side of the boat. Dorothy closes the trunk and follows behind Rose. She's starting to feel hopeless. She doesn't want to be mean to Rose, but it's hard to treat her with kindness when it's all her fault that they're stuck in this awful mess. While Dorothy is lost in thought, she realizes she's lost track of Rose. Dorothy fights the panic that's starting to set in.
Ma!
She yells,
Blanche! Rose!
Dorothy, how many cigarettes did you just smoke?
I
All
hate
of
them!
All the cigarettes. There will be
Just
none for
then-
the smokers in Waterworld. I finished them.
Just then, the ship's horn blasts, and the ferry begins to shake.
Oh no!
Dorothy says,
Girls, the ship is leaving.
Are they going to Cuba? What? I'm kidding.
I don't know.
She runs for the stairs to the passenger cabin. Dorothy
All right.
quickly...
I'm just having trouble picturing B. Arthur running anyway.
I know.
Right? It's not something any of us have ever seen.
I know. I tried to pick words like scramble and like shuffle, hurriedly
Like a
shuffled,
giraffe. It's kind of wobbling
scraped
around.
along.
Dorothy quickly begins to round the corner to the staircase when all of a sudden, wham! Dorothy collides with someone and she gets shoved to the ground. She's caught totally
Every
off.
single bone in her body. Everyone.
They're all fake by now, so she's fine.
I know.
Yeah.
She's caught totally off guard and lands face first in her own purse. Dorothy is fine, but startled. She hears yelling and the sound of people running towards her. Dorothy looks up to see who shoved her. It's Fartman the arcade exploder being chased by the girls. Now that he's gotten past Dorothy, he's making his way up to the captain's cabin. Blanche, Rose, and Sophia yell for Dorothy when they see her on the ground.
Dorothy, are you all right?
Blanche gasps.
Pussycat! Oh my god, talk to me, Pussycat! Say something!
I'm fine, Ma.
Dorothy responds as she sits up.
And it looks like we finally got him cornered up there.
Rose nervously asks,
But don't you know what this means? He's up there with the captain of the ship. What if he hijacks the boat or takes us hostage or crashes us into an iceberg?
luckily I'm trained in hostage negotiation. Okay. Blanche asks Sophia.
One of those famous Miami icebergs. And what are your Palandando Rosando brothers gonna do once we have him? Hey, listen, in my mind, she doesn't know how to pronounce it either.
All right. Sophia smiles.
Well, right now, they're working on hacking his account, so I'll gain ownership.
I think it's actually Thayer working.
Yeah, it is. It sure. Thanks so much for pointing that out, Michael. Thank you so much.
Blame the computer. It was the computer.
It wasn't. It was me. Go ahead.
Well, right now, they're working on hacking his account, so I'll gain ownership of all his NFTs. Then, we'll transfer all his assets into my own personal wallet. We'll get our money back, and all of his, too. They'll also check his personal files for anything we can use to blackmail him. I asked them to do that special just for me. They're such good boys.
Why are we out here chasing this guy on a ferry if these guys are...
Yeah.
Hey, let's keep reading.
Wait, Technicolor's in the chat.
Technicolor, happy birthday! Everyone sing happy birthday to Technicolor at the same time. Happy birthday! Just kidding. I love you, Technicolor.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Blanche seems confused.
Wait, so they're not gonna meet us somewhere, or beat him up or something? You know, make him sleep with the fishes?
Sophia laughs.
Oh, honey, these days they just Photoshop that kind of stuff together and email it to the boss. He could be sleeping with the fishes, Mickey Rourke, the Queen of England, anyone. The Papalardando Radrazo brothers could do whatever it takes to bring this scumbag down.
Could be implied that she's just making it up. That's why she's getting the names wrong now. Blanche lets out a short and shrugs with approval. Dorothy asks,
Well, is it even worth it to chase him at this point, Michael? We can just use Rose's cell phone and have the police arrest him when we get to land. What do you think, Rose? Rose?
The girls turn to Rose, who is silently fuming with rage and slowly approaching the staircase to the captain's cabin with her fists clenched. She says nothing, just slowly begins to walk up the stairs. It's like a Chuck Norris moment. Yeah. Dorothy gasps. Rose continues marching up the stairs, filled with rage and determination. She replays all the events in her mind. All she ever had were good intentions. All she ever wanted was to live out her golden years with her best gal pals by her side. Fartman the arcade exploder tried to take that away from her. Rose decides she's not going to let him get away with this. Every step up the stairs fuels her rage even more. She's so angry that she barely hears the girls rushing up the stairs after her, calling her name and begging her to stop. Rose reaches the top of the stairs. She forcefully opens the door and looks around the captain's cabin, but it appears as if she is all alone. The girls make it to the top of the stairs shortly after her. They peer inside with quiet caution. They wave to Rose and motion for her to leave the room with them. Just then, Rose realizes something.
Girls,
she says with a worried tone.
If we're all alone in here, then who is steering the ship?
The girls look at each other with shocked expressions. Blanche and Dorothy rush to the helm to take over. The old man, the boat.
What?
He's got it. He's got to be out here somewhere.
No, come on,
Rose
think about
muttered.
it. That makes sense if you think about it.
Yes, it does. It just reads a little weird, but because I immediately thought the old man in the sea, and I was like, no, it doesn't work. And then I'm like, no, that works. Yep. Rose mutters and continues to look around. Meanwhile, Blanche grabs a maritime radio communication device and tries to make contact with some seamen. That also nice.
Thank you.
I don't know if we should have a laugh track for the narration.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely. Yeah. Hello, is anyone out there? We have a damsel in distress. Repeat, damsel in distress. Send your most rugged, shirtless men to rescue us. Over.
Dorothy shouts,
Blanche! Get a hold of yourself. You need to ask them how to steer this thing.
Sophia holds a map upside down and tries to figure out where they are.
That can get a
Rose searches.
Yeah.
Rose searches the captain.
It's totally random.
That is sight gag.
Rose. I keep hoping that it'll come up with that like character falling down the stairs that goes on for like a minute and a half. That's my favorite. Rose searches the captain's quarters. She finds a large wrench on a desk and takes it with her as she creeps towards the bathroom. Rose is ready to murder somebody.
I know.
She sees.
No.
You're a duck in winter, or whatever the hell that thing was earlier. Okay, she sees moving shadows from underneath the door. Rose puts her ear to the wall and hears someone shuffling quietly inside. Rose lifts the wrench over her head slowly. Then she takes a deep breath and kicks the door in with a loud crash.
This is a new character, right? Mm-hmm. Derek, do you want to take the captain?
He doesn't have many lines. Yeah.
Please don't hurt me.
The captain cries out as the door explodes off its hinges.
Whoa! She could kick an ocean liner's door. Wow.
Betty White is the new Chuck Norris. I don't know if y'all knew this.
He's huddled in the fetal position on the bathroom floor. Rose drops her wrench immediately and rushes over to him.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Captain. Are you all right? Did that evil man hurt you?
The captain snivels and wipes the snot from his nose.
No, but he came in the cabin and shouted at me, and I was so scared I just...
The captain breaks down in tears.
He came in the captain. Oh no!
It's a very different story at that point.
There,
says Rose, hugging the captain tight.
He's gone now, and we could really use your help steering the boat. Are you sure?
See, she knows how to handle him because she is a Greek.
See? Yes!
This is the training is kicking in now. It's just autopilot for her at this point.
Asks Captain Crybaby.
I'm sure.
Rose says with a comforting tone and reassuring smile.
Okay, well, you go ahead. I'll be right behind you.
Rose walks back to the helm and meets the girls to tell them she found the captain. He nervously cowers into the room behind her. Blanche grabs the captain and rushes him back to the helm.
You poor thing! Now you just get back to steering and tell us where that awful man went.
The captain says,
Hold on, I'm not sure. He screamed at me so loud, and he chased me into the bathroom. Then you all got here. It all happened so fast.
Dorothy sighs. There's a look of...
Oh no, I think she threw up a little too.
You turned into Krusty the Clown.
Oh my god, that's all I hear! All I hear is Krusty!
They're pretty close, yeah. There's a look of consternation on her face as she tries a different approach.
Captain, if you were trying to escape this ship, how would you do it?
Puzzled, the captain says,
Well, I'd use my special emergency life raft. All you do is pull a cord on the box and it turns into a 5-person raft. It's really easy to use and I always keep it right here.
The captain freezes in his tracks.
Where is my special life raft?
He cries out in a panic.
Ah!
As soon as the captain shouts, there is a commotion on the lower deck of the ship. The captain's walkie-talkie goes off from a nearby table. A crew member makes an announcement. Someone has just jumped over the port side of the vessel carrying only a large box. The girls look at each other knowingly, and they hurry out of the cabin and rush toward the stern, ready to jump.
Beautiful.
Hi.
John,
What?
did you get this? pooped on?
Did I get pooped on? I did, sweetie. I did. Yeah, a bird pooped on me. You know what? And I was looking at that dead bird we saw on the way in. And I think it got mad, just like, hey, quit looking at my friend. And then they pooped on me. Hey, listen, could you help me? Take this to mommy. She'll know what to do.
He's just
Please
giving her a
and thank you.
paperclip.
Thank you. No, that was my empty wine glass.
Oh.
This is why you have children, people. The one reason you have children.
I thought it was
So
to
they
grab
can
the
bring you back
remote.
with this. Yeah, that too.
Spitfire
I
says
don't
someone
know where
get
the
Kitty some
remote is.
Q-tips. All she hears is crusty.
Oh.
Boo, 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 boo.
You know, I read that, but I didn't get it till you said it out loud.
Okay, let's move to.
Michael, we watched Marry Me, like the
John
whole
Bravo.
movie, not just the
I
trailer.
heard, which I don't know why. I don't know what the hell was wrong with you, but
Yeah.
Well, I honestly I wanted to practice the Owen Wilson voice.
all right.
Oh, wow.
So
Oh,
wow.
by the way, I was gonna mention, Kitty, if I could, like, I like what you're doing with Joan Rivers. I was wondering if I could maybe, like, I think you're going for more her kind of like being wacky on like talk
I
shows and
was,
stuff.
yeah. She's not
I'm
always
wondering-
like that.
Yeah, I in my head I saw it more as like the way that she played Dot Matrix and Spaceballs.
Got
you know,
it.
just kind of like
Got it.
if you could maybe, yeah. Thanks.
You got it. You got it, buddy.
Okay, so we're moving
She's probably
to,
not going to have any lines now.
I got it.
She shows up.
Then I'm totally gonna nail it.
moving to Monster Me, which is a parody of at least the trailer of Marry Me,
Right.
starring Godzilla as Owen Wilson as the guy that Owen Wilson is in the movie.
Yes.
And who else? Ash
Adam.
Ketchum. Ash
go
Ketchum
ahead.
was in it for a little bit. I don't know if he's coming back, but
Not anytime soon. Yeah. And playing Jennifer Lopez is Adam, the Power Ranger.
That's
It's been
right.
both green and black Power Rangers. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
okay.
And I think it's actually, if it's gonna be like the movie, it's Marry Me. So this has to be Monster Me. You have to say it like that every time.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah, I meant to ask about that. Is it? I mean, it says like featuring tons of new songs from J-Lo and the guy who plays the original husband. And so I'm like,
Yeah.
is it like almost a musical practically, or?
They definitely padded out a bit with those songs.
All right.
All right. So I'm
didn't realize this
discovering
was a
that
new
Marry
movie.
Me and Shotgun Wedding are different movies, and that is just wild to me.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, what was that, Derek?
Oh, wow.
When you were talking about it the other day, I didn't realize that this was like a brand new movie. I thought this was like some
Oh.
horrible, like
Yeah.
early 2000s rom-com.
Doesn't it sound like it should be?
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
guess it's kind of a revival.
If
It
you're looking
technically-
at the 2000s as coming before the 3000s, then it still works as an
Yes.
early 2000s rom-com, I think.
Yeah. In that sense. Also, technically, it is based on a webcomic, which was written in the early 2000s. So maybe
is it
that's
that
why.
way?
Yeah. Or at
Plus,
least
J-Lo
like
just doesn't
mid
do anything
2000s.
anymore.
Yeah, that too. Okay, I don't.
Where's Monster Me? Where do you keep your Monster Me?
I don't know. I don't know where I put it.
Oh.
Sorry.
Are you not?
Oh,
finding
right.
it?
It was online. You uploaded it. It was on
Yes.
AO3. Okay.
He's looking at
No,
his files.
fanfiction.net.
Oh, it was on fanfiction. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I
all these
can link
files.
you if you need me to.
just saw it.
I just didn't think it would be this much of a challenge.
He's looking
Sorry.
He's all up in those files.
Favorite stories, Monster Me. Got it.
A likely
Done.
story.
We're on chapter 2. And there it is. Okay.
Misha says, I hear the webcomic is slightly more sane. Yeah, and if I understood it from what because I read a little thing about the webcomic, and if I understood it correctly, like, it's more just kind of like she's a pop star and she's tired of all the like shallow people that she tries to date, and so she kind of picks someone from the audience to go on a date with rather than
no, she does marry him.
Oh, you're right. Okay, but is it immediate? I don't know.
It is
in any case. Okay. In any case, there's not the like that she's gonna marry somebody else and then like
Correct.
makes the choice at the last minute. So.
Yeah, it's something like just totally impulsive, just points to a face in the crowd. But we actually have fan art of this to lead into it.
You with the nose, get up here.
Sweet.
Yeah, honestly, like that makes
super
more
excited
sense.
about this.
That makes more sense to my brain. Like, oh, there's some like hot dude out in the audience. I want to marry that guy.
Yeah.
Instead of like, that
Yeah.
guy's holding a sign with the name of my song on it. I want to marry that guy.
He was carrying a sign that said "Marry Me." There was no song called "Marry Me." It was
Okay, well, that makes even more
But
sense.
still, yeah.
Yeah, he's already
Right.
Yeah, consenting. There's a consenting man in the audience who I am attracted to. Marry me. Let's do it. Instead of, oh, that's
Yeah.
my song on your sign. Come up here.
yeah.
It's kind of like Cyrano if Cyrano weren't a character in it, basically.
Sure.
Right? 'Cause it's like-
Roxanne!
Anyway.
That is another thing based on Cyrano. Oh!
This was drawn by Molly.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
my,
awesome.
I wish you were here. I'm going to clap at you.
He is the best dad.
I think Molly's in the chat.
Molly,
I
he
saw
is the
her
best dad.
earlier.
Are you there, Molly? Yeah, that's really awesome.
Best
I
dad.
feel
Driving to
I'm gonna try to live up to that with my writing.
Like, I want that. That should be on a mug. I mean, if you guys are doing merch, that I want that mug. Godzilla around the car.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good stuff.
Or a T-shirt. I could see Drew
Yeah, t-shirt,
rocking that in
whatever.
a T-shirt. Yeah.
Oh, I could rock that t-shirt. No more.
Yeah, that's lovely.
all right.
Bird shits on it.
See what the birds think about your parenting, huh, Drew?
Maybe they hate Godzilla. You don't know.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. I was gonna have Misha read this chapter because Tommy's in this section, but if but Molly was also Adam, so we gotta fill a lot of stuff here.
Gotta shuffle some things.
Yeah, I guess Dare Bear, do you feel comfortable taking Adam?
Like Adam the Black Ranger?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. He's
Sure.
he's kind of a gentle, emotional soul.
I loved him in that frog when he became the frog.
Yes, I referenced that in the in the first chapter because he came out.
Frog?
He came out in he had to dress in a green outfit, and he said, "I'm a frog again."
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'm so happy somebody got the reference. So I mean, I guess I could narrate and be Tommy, unless do we want to give it? Do somebody else want to be Tommy? I really love being Tommy, but I also
I
don't
assume I'm gonna have a lot of lines.
I
As
don't
Godzilla.
know that I have any roles in this. I have in my notes. I have Godzilla marry me, and then nothing
Yeah.
underneath it. So I haven't been assigned anything.
You were kind of various voices. In
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
was
right,
just
yeah.
Every weird person who just shows up.
Yeah, and you're so Manila does have some lines in this, but you could definitely be Tommy. You can be Tommy and Manila in this. Does that sound good?
Tommy Manila. Okay.
No, Tommy and Manila, not Tommy,
Tommy
Manila.
and Manila. Okay.
Right.
Tell
Sound
me what
good?
you want him to sound like, and I'll put your direction.
He's always super excited. He's super happy about everything, especially karate.
I like karate too. Okay. I'll find help.
All right.
All right.
Karate.
All right. We all good?
We are good.
Yeah.
All right. Chapter 2. Different Worlds. Adam got off the elliptical and grabbed a towel, lightly dabbing at his forehead. He'd only barely broken a sweat. His heart wasn't really in it this morning. Still, it was important to stick to a regimen of some sorts. Oh, by the way, also recap. Adam and Godzilla got married. There you go. I think that covers the important parts, right?
Thank you. Thank you.
And they don't know each other, so here we go. Laura knew he'd done enough to buck that belief in the past 24 hours. Taya sat on the couch, frowning as she scrolled through the 9th generation iPad 9-inch in her lap. Their eyes met and she sighed.
Well, the good news is everyone is on your side, so no worries there.
I think you need to lean forward a little.
Side?
Sorry, hold on. I'm going to have Kitty redo that line closer to the mic.
Well, the good news is everyone is on your side, so no worries there.
Side?
Sounded great.
Yeah, I'm digging it.
Yes, Pikachu has been seen as turning heel, and no one's really a fan of that. So you sat there. Everyone thinks you're insane, of course, but you're being given a huge amount of leeway to act insane because of how everything went down. Oh, is that still me? Or,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, did I do it right? Yes, I did.
You did it right. Open-ended, so the quote continues. Yes, I know you're a stickler for that. None of our fans have never done that. That's why we're confused. They're
I
like,
think
"Wait a
Drew's your
minute, is
number
this
one
right?"
fan, Michael.
Yeah.
Anyway, your schedule for the day. I'm sure any minute Tommy will stop by.
There was a bzzzt of energy from the teleportation beam, and suddenly Tommy was there, hand on his watch. He smiled and nodded generally at the room.
Hey, bro!
He announced. Adam chuckled and went to his bedroom to pick out some clothes for the day.
Hey, buddy! You didn't
Tommy.
react to my first greeting.
Tommy Tommy gushed.
Before you change, you want to do a little karate?
Not right now, Tommy. I just finished exercising. Maybe later.
Tommy looked sad, but quickly brightened again, getting in a pose and thrusting his hands back and forth a few times.
Sounds good!
He then relaxed. Taya continued.
Oh, that's me. I keep thinking it's tea, but I know it's not. Anyway, Mr. Godzilla should be along in just a little bit, and apparently he'll be bringing his child with him.
Taya displayed a mew upon her chiseled face.
All right, time out. Someone tell me what a mew is.
A
This is not a little baby
disgruntled
kitty mix.
look.
A mew
Yeah,
arrived
sure.
upon her face. Okay. Oh, yeah?
Tommy asked as Adam moved behind a divider to change.
That'll be cool. A mini monster.
We've dealt with like 1,000 of those over the years.
Adam called.
Yeah, but like, a friendly one?
Tommy asked. Adam gave a shrug, admitting the point to Tommy as he emerged from behind the divider, buttoning up the short-sleeved reflective silver shirt he wore. His trousers were comfortable dark jeans. Taya droned on from the other room.
Needless to say, no, I was going to do it away from the mic. Later today, while you're all practicing with the backup dancers, I'll be calling the local... or what have you. No, I said what I said. Or what have you. I'm sure we can get everything annulled and disposed of in no time.
Annulled?
Adam asked.
Of course, last night was understandable, but we don't want this farce to continue any longer than it has to.
Tommy sensed the tension in the room, and his face cycled to his concerned look.
Hey.
I love the energy there, but all right, whatever. I'll just let it fly. It's supposed to be, hey, like a concerned hey.
Yeah,
I heard the concern in that.
Yeah, me too.
Did you?
Absolutely.
Okay. To me, it sounded like a flirty hey. Hey.
Excited about being concerned.
Yeah.
Got it. All right, I'll just shut up. He started. Adam and Taya looked at him, but Tommy seemed to be finished with his thought, and he just slowly nodded meaningfully. Eventually, Taya looked at Adam again.
This situation,
began Taya carefully.
It's untenable. It's none of my concern, and if you and Pikachu are back together again or not, I'll do my best to spin it either way, but you can't just continue on with this charade marriage to a complete stranger.
This complete stranger
Adam countered.
Was willing to marry me and turn the evening from a cry fest into a celebration. I'm not gonna just throw him away after that like old onions.
He wrinkled his face. He wrinkled his nose.
Granted.
Taya granted.
I get it.
I'm sure he's a perfectly fine person. I'll give him a severance package if you'd like, but we have to end this quickly and focus on moving things forward.
Or
Adam said, checking himself in the mirror.
we could try to make it work.
I'll make it quite generous.
Taya said compromisingly. Tommy again said,
Hey.
made sure he made eye contact with them both, then nodded. Taya huffed.
Huff.
The bell rang, which meant someone was coming up the elevator to the penthouse. Taya glanced over at the security video screen.
It's him.
She sighed.
Well, you don't pay me to be your mother, so I'm not gonna try to force you into this. But I will say, you're not only foolish, childish, reckless, but also short-sighted and stubborn. And that you will come to not only... Why am I struggling with this? And stubborn. And that you will not... Damn it! You will come to not only regret and rue this decision, but also curse yourself for not listening to me. Whatever the hell I just said.
Also, somehow I missed bishopric. I think that was in there, too. But
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Adam smiled and shrugged.
Maybe.
There was an incredibly loud knock at the door, and Taya opened it, bowing low before the entrance.
Please enter.
She said in as obsequious a manner as she could manufacture.
Was that obsequiously? Did I say obsequiously enough for you?
It was bishopric. It was great.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. / I'm sorry. / how dare you? Is this?
Oh, it's me.
Yeah. Hello.
Sorry.
You're just enjoying the flow of the story.
I thought it was another Tommy Hay.
Hey, Godzilla said. Yeah, that was Tommy.
Okay.
Sam says I can only read a certain number of words a day, and you are right.
She's like buffering. Okay. Hey.
Godzilla said, obviously uncomfortable as he entered the room. He nodded at everyone politely. His smaller offspring was following half hidden behind. Godzilla and Adam came close, started to shake, then went for a hug, but it ended awkwardly. Then they laughed awkwardly, after which an awkward silence descended awkwardly. Tommy looked around, then quickly leaned in toward the youngster and asked,
What's the little guy's name?
Ahem.
Godzilla answered.
The name is Manila, but they're non-binary.
Oh, hey, cool.
Tommy joyfully espoused, and Manila giggled, moving out from behind Godzilla more.
What?
Manila whispered, pointing at Tommy.
That's right.
Tell
Tommy
them what they
exclaimed.
I was just gonna say, you want a new car.
You recognize me, huh?
Adam wondered if Manila actually knew that Tommy was a Red Ranger, or if he was just, shit, I missed a P, did I turn into they? Or if they were just pointing out that Tommy was wearing, as usual, a shade of red today.
Sweet little dude.
Tommy stopped himself, then looked up at Godzilla embarrassedly.
That is, of course, purely non-gender specific, dude.
He said to Manila. Manila clapped and laughed. Tommy returned it and they high-fived. Taya rolled her eyes, but both Adam and Godzilla smiled big and caught each other's eyes. Tommy's watch beeped and he held it up before his face.
What's up?
Muffled sounds came from the watch and Tommy said,
I'm on my way.
Then he panned his...
Crazy?
He's a Power Ranger.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Then he panned his attention around the room and said,
Gotta go. Piggly Wiggly Death Trap is attacking the abandoned factories outside of town.
He pushed a button on his watch and zapped away. The
That's
silence
a
became
fun name for Jigsaw.
The silence became even more awkward.
So,
Adam said,
you want to go see my dance troupe practice some?
Godzilla gave a shoulder movement that was somewhere between a shrug and accepting the hangman's noose as it's lowered around one's neck.
Let's do it.
All right, and all right, so this next section is mostly Godzilla and Adam. So I'll just keep going. Most of the rest of the day was a whirlwind of confusion and anxiety for Godzilla. They drove the 20 blocks max to the dance studio in a limo, for goodness sake. He met all the dancers and knew he'd never remember all their names, but assumed he'd wake up at some point and it wouldn't really matter. He watched their weird mixture of kung fu and dance moves. Manila was loving it, so his discomfort was assuaged by that fact. During a break, he caught Adam as he sipped from an Evian bottle in a corner of the room and asked,
What? I know Michael didn't see the movie now, because if he saw the movie, it would be Vitamix. They would be drinking Vitamix straight out of their Vitamix blender. Yeah.
yes, I am not sponsored. Insane, so I have not watched the actual movie.
Sponsored by Vitamix. So, wow. Okay. Get a couple of them out there. Just make sure it's good. So,
Yeah.
I don't understand how this all works, but wasn't last night the end of the tour? What? Like, close your jaw. Like, don't open your mouth when you talk. Like, that's I don't understand how all there he this
is!
works.
He's here!
Oh my God, he's here!
That really is?
Keep it going. But wasn't last night the end of the tour? Why are you still practicing? Oh my God, you got chat. Back me up on this. Back me up on this. That sounded so good. Owen Wilson was here in the room for a moment. Also,
Yeah, I think you gotta like pick your syllables that you do open your mouth, but when you do that, it's good.
Misha says uncanny. Spitfire says Piggly Wiggly Death Trap is my favorite ska band. I saw them open for 100 gex.
Oh, in 3 weeks we start touring in South America.
He looked alarmed.
You have a passport, right?
Yeah?
Godzilla said.
My work takes me outside the country a fair amount, but I mean, I couldn't go with you.
Why not?
Well, I mean, this is fun and all, but it can't last, can it?
It was as if a bomber overhead dropped silence into the corner of the room they were talking in. Drew really liked that. In his peripheral vision...
Silence away!
In his peripheral vision, Godzilla espied Manila dancing with the others, shaking his hips and hopping around.
Who's their hip shake? Never mind.
What do you say we give it the 3 weeks?
I was really proud of this line. Adam finally said solemnly.
All right, a 1 from the judges.
It's no bomber dropping silence, but
Apparently not.
Sure. Can't argue with that.
Godzilla replied, then moved away, making sure Adam had room to return to the main floor.
Hey.
Godzilla called after him.
Yeah?
Adam asked, turning around.
Do you have anything to do? Wait,
Try again.
Sorry.
What, me?
Do you have anything to do?
No, I don't.
Do you have to do anything different in South America? Something seems off from what I saw last night, and I couldn't place it.
Yeah, it's different. All the toilet water flushes backwards.
You.
Yeah.
Adam half chuckled.
We have to spin the other way. Coriolis effect. You know?
Shut the fuck up! I did not read that! I didn't! I swear to God, I did not read that!
That is clever, though. That's a good line.
That was nice.
You did it much more eloquently than I ever could have. You know, the toilet water.
And with that, he turned around, clapping his hands to get the group to pay attention. Godzilla gave out a half-hearted chuckle, but he was damned if he knew if Adam was joking or not. Ba-doop-beep.
Read Sam's comment.
Sam says, you know what they say about great minds? They have great dongs.
Damn right.
Kitty's mind is always on the toilet. It's a Spitfire.
I'm just glad it wasn't I flushed your mother last night.
Yeah.
They agreed to spend the next day apart so that they could attend to their personal affairs. Godzilla agreed and turned to leave.
Hey,
Adam called and Godzilla turned back around.
what's your Insta?
I don't drink coffee.
Whew, got him.
Godzilla answered, confused.
Instagram.
You dumb idiot. It was your Instagram, you moron, ugly, smelly face.
I just realized I think I fucked this up on the dismount here. Adam laughed, holding up his phone.
I'll friend you.
I think it's follow you on Instagram,
Yeah,
right? It's
oh
not
my
friend
God.
you.
It is.
Wow. Why don't you visit me on my BuzzFeed?
I'm more with Godzilla here, so.
Everyone Snapchat, you're dead tonight. I don't know.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but didn't you already marry me?
Oh, you said it. Sorry.
We have a title.
No, but we don't.
Also, my daughter's been trained to yell, "We have a title" whenever a title happens. I'm
If
really
they say
excited
monster
about
me. Yeah.
that. Yeah. Oh, that's right.
That was pretty
have
Owen
the title of
Wilson
a
right
movie.
there.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Godzilla rejoindered.
Never mind.
Adam said, pocketing his phone.
Hey, also, come here.
Adam motioned Godzilla's face down close to his own. Godzilla complied, not understanding, but Adam gently cupped his chin and they kissed, gently.
It's like in the American Godzilla.
When Raymond Burr and
Yeah.
Godzilla kissed.
Matthew Broderick,
When they kissed.
he was right in front of his face.
He was like, mwah.
Yeah.
Yep, give him a little peck.
I had a friend who watched it and said they thought Godzilla was going to talk at that point, and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Godzilla couldn't say it was unpleasant.
He couldn't even
See you
feel
Monday.
it. So tiny. Sorry, I stepped on your line there.
You're good. See you Monday.
Adam said, a charming, goofy grin on his face.
I can't wait to see where you work.
Godzilla could barely make words as he left the penthouse. He could almost hear an upbeat pop song in the background as he and Manila began walking to the car lot where he'd parked. So we need a Svetlana. Should that fall to Kitty, you think? Kitty, do you want to be
Probably.
Svetlana?
I'm the girl boobs here.
There you go. As soon as Manila was comfortably parked in their room playing a video game, Godzilla called Svetlana and asked if she wanted to come over and talk. She made a noise like a tea kettle whistling in response, then hung up. Godzilla began brewing some coffee for himself. He just said he didn't drink coffee. God damn it. Edit. Godzilla began brewing some coffee for himself, idly picking at the old Killing Joke t-shirt he was wearing, confused as to how it had shrunk so much since the last time he'd worn it, when Svetlana pounded at the door.
I've got it.
Godzilla shouted in response to Manila's game pausing, and soon after he heard the game start up again. Svetlana nearly tore the door off its hinges coming in. She hissed at him as she's not quite Rose Nyland. She's not quite a 75-year-old woman in Miami.
Yeah.
She'll kick your door in and then cuddle you.
She hissed at him as she twirled and took off her jacket, falling into the couch.
What does she sound like?
I tried to write her as if every line was a line that was cut for the trailer. Like, she's just always supposed to... Like, yeah.
But what kind of voice was it?
No, I'm inspired.
Okay.
I'm inspired.
Okay.
2 days?
She shouted.
2 days before you call me? I'm your best friend. Hell, I'm your only friend. And you wait this long before contacting me?
Hey.
Godzilla rebutted defendingly.
I know. Kathy in accounting. Katie Kathy. You know Kate Kathy.
In accounting?
The Kathy in accounting.
Yeah.
Svetlana leapt to her feet and shoved Godzilla.
Shut up!
What?
You mooned over Kathy for 2 years before finally asking her out, only to realize she was married.
How was I supposed to know?
She had a picture with her husband on her cubicle wall.
I thought it was her brother.
Svetlana gave him a look like she was releasing killer bees of distrust from her eye sockets. She finally gasped with the inability to release her pent-up rage.
Close family.
She muttered.
So...
She started, eyebrows slowly rising like a window washer starting his third day on the Empire State Building.
All right.
Boy,
It works, right?
Yeah, it's good. I like it.
those are called sweataphores.
Because it make you sweat.
Oh, yeah. It's
So
hard
sweat
work.
drips down your balls. What? Godzilla gave her an innocent expression. She smacked him with her clutch purse.
Ow.
Well, there it is. Ow.
Oh god! I just want that for like Michael. If you write more of this, just keep doing it. Like, just give him lines like "ow" and "how" and "wow" and "cow." Like, just let him exclaim "cow."
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Anyway,
I thought at some point I'll try to do brown, how now, brown cow. But,
I did that during the movie. I looked over at Tristan. I was like, "How now, brown cow?" Are you really?
She started loudly, then glanced at the doorway where Manila was and continued in a menacing whisper.
Fluffing married to a Power Ranger?
Godzilla gave a big, goofy shrug.
I guess I am, yeah.
He replied.
That is crazy.
she said, punctuating the last word with another punch to his arm. She turned away for a moment.
Ow! Will you stop hitting me?
He protested.
Gee!
She said, facing him once again.
This is insane!
I know.
He said.
But if nothing else, I'll have a great story, right?
Duh, yeah, you know who else will have a great story? Every social media site from here to the Pacific Ocean!
Oh, it's so tiring knowing you.
I'm Sarah Silverman!
What?
Haven't you thought this out, G?
I don't drink coffee.
Now
She
I
gave
do
him a
hear
look.
the Sarah Silverman.
Thank you. I wasn't like trying to give it at first, but now I'm giving it my heart.
Yeah.
It's what I like is there's kind of a hint of Tommy in there too at times.
And
Which
a
makes
little
it
bit
feel
of
very
Tommy
regional.
Wiseau, actually. He inspires me in all my work.
A very layered performance.
Yeah.
She gave him a look that said she was as serious as a music cue change in a movie trailer.
Shut up.
Metaphor.
Right now, it's all hearts and flowers, but as soon as your past, but soon your past is going to come to light.
I was trying to make sweatily work, but simile, because it says as, so it's not a sweataphor, it's a simile.
It's a swimily.
I know I'm
Sweatily.
like a mad, but come on.
All right.
Ah, well.
I don't know what metaphors you like as, but I'm just trying to get through this story.
How about simile-ish?
Yeah. Amen.
There you go.
All right. What? Nobody cares about that anymore. All those records were sealed.
For now, but as fast as TMZ took Pikachu down, they'll be happy to do the same to you or BuzzFeed. Whatever, doesn't matter.
But what if... I mean, can't this be a good thing?
Marrying a celebrity? They live in a different world than us, G. And how long do you think... No, and how long before Pikachu comes crawling back into the picture? You think Adam's going to want you once that happens?
I don't know. You make it sound like I've got a time limit on making him love me.
We've all got a time limit on love. Yours just gave you a 1-minute warning.
Look, I thought you'd be happy for me. Maybe you better go.
Maybe I should.
She said, picking up her jacket.
But maybe you should think about it too.
About what?
She turned as she opened the door. Before she closed it, she said in her most dramatic tone,
Having an exit strategy.
wham.
We both have wham
Godzilla's-
in our story tonight. Anyway.
Hold on, that wasn't a very good one. Let me try this one.
Oh my.
I was trying to think of, wake me up. It's too late. Godzilla stared at the door with a puzzled expression on his face, like a cat who walked into a room and realized his feet had somehow gotten stuck in slippers and it didn't know how to get them off for quite some time.
Damn.
Simile-ish.
So
That's good.
I'm trying very hard to keep it, like to keep rom-com-y sort of moments and lines in here. You know what I mean? And that's
You did a very good job of that.
Oh, yeah.
That whole
It's,
dialogue was very expository.
Oh yeah. I feel very exposed.
Yeah.
Or suppository or whatever.
I'm loving listening to Tristan and Kitty just find their characters, getting closer and better each time.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
That's true. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. There by the end, I felt like I was listening to the audiobook version of "Marry Me." Really.
Oh my god.
and
I
they brought
thank
all
you
the
and I'm
stars
sorry. Yeah, start
I
after.
remember the song Love Finds You. Okay. So we're going to move on to Johnny Bravo Dunn gets a Neopet. And this one is almost entirely written by an AI.
Oh, yeah. I really just closed my eyes and threw caution to the wind. So, Dare Bear, just so you know, this story is mostly written by an AI. The first few chapters.
Well, I think Dare Bear was here for
you were?
the last chapter.
Okay, well then,
Yeah,
just
I caught a lot of the last one.
The whole song.
Oh yeah,
2 songs.
There were 2 songs. They had a song battle. Well, at the end of that, what's important is someone called him Johnny and didn't say his full name, so the crowd turned on them, and that's where we left them. Was the crowd turning on them?
And I'm playing Johnny_Vigilant. Kitty's playing Bunny_Zoraz.
Yes. Drew's
playing Scamper 8493-420. And
I think a lot of lines, we have like 2 new main characters kind of for this chapter.
Cool.
Ken 10B541 and Edna the Witch. But that's, maybe. I'm not trying to give some stuff away.
okay.
Yeah. So
Derek can be one or both of those.
yeah, honestly.
Cool.
Dare Bear, let's just say that you're Ken 10B541.
Ken 10B541.
Yeah.
Okay, so we good?
Yep.
I think so.
Johnny Vigilant, Bunny Zoraz, and Scamper 8493-420 looked at each other nervously. Suddenly, they heard Ken 10B541 yell from across the room.
Hey, this way!
I wasn't paying attention.
We just established.
Try
I
again.
know.
Hey, this way!
The 3 of them followed him down the stairs and out of the big hall. Ken 10B541 was a mysterious Halloween uni. He was slightly taller than Johnny Vigilant and Scamper 8493-420. He had a tall and thin body and long black hair that reached down to the middle of his back. Johnny Vigilant, Scamper 8493-420, and Bunny Zoraz followed Ken 10B541 into the castle's basement. They in a castle?
I was hoping, yeah. Yeah, they went to like a school and now it's like a school castle with a basement? Yeah,
Not
so-
a dungeon at all.
Cool. The basement was a beautiful room with candy trees all over the walls, a beautiful lake with lots of fish swimming around, and a sad puppy that was chained up. As the group walked by, the sad puppy began to wag its tail.
This Wolfie!
Ken 10B541 said.
She's only a droolik pup.
Bunny Zoraz rubbed his head. Ken 10B541's head?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe the computer
Ken
thought the dog was a boy for a minute. I don't know.
It could be.
Yeah.
It's just the his is unclear there.
Exactly.
Ken 10B541 picked up a candy off of the tree. Oh, it's not just wallpaper; it's real trees on the walls.
Wow.
Okay. Ken 10B541 picked up a candy off of the tree and gave it to Wolfie.
Here, you wiggle worm.
The group then walked into a big room with plants and paint everywhere.
Hold on. We didn't get wiggle in that sentence. It was just,
sounded
here,
like
you little worm.
Yeah, it was kindly calling someone a word.
It was there. Here, you little wiggle worm.
Yes.
Thank you.
The group then walked into a big room with plants and paint everywhere,
This is my room.
said Ken 10B541.
This is where I do my special work.
I have very singular tastes. Bunny Zoraz asked,
Programming?
Yes?
replied Ken 10B541. You could call it that. The 3 Neopets walked over to the painting and looked at it,
That was my dad.
said Ken 10B541.
I miss him a lot.
Suddenly, Ken 10B541 vanished in a puff of purple smoke. Johnny Vigilant, Scamper 8493-420, and Bunny Zoraz looked at each other, confused. When Johnny Vigilant turned around, he was gone. Bunny Zoraz yelled to Scamper 8493-420,
Johnny's gone too! What did you do to him? Wait, before we continue, I just want to say in that last chapter, or this last paragraph rather, it was like, suddenly Ken 10B vanished in a puff of smoke. The computer wrote that, and then I was like, no, computer, try again. And it was like, suddenly Ken 10B vanished in a puff of purple smoke. And then I was like, oh, okay then. All right, then if you know what happens, then go ahead.
Scamper 8493-420 and Bunny Zoraz instinctively huddled together for safety. Then they vanished too. They reappeared together with Ken 10B541 and Johnny Vigilant in a small clearing near a swamp. The swamp was inhabited by other mysterious Uni and Unifolk. Scamper 8493-420 and Bunny Zoraz were hesitant at first to go into the swamp, but Ken 10B541 and Johnny Vigilant carried them on their shoulders. Johnny Vigilant asked Scamper 8493-420,
So, where are we going?
To where a trickster lives!
Scamper 8493-420 suddenly remembered the scary Esophageor and Braintree that had scared them when he was in the haunted woods.
I hope we won't have to go anywhere near them.
Are you afraid of them, Scamper 8493-420?
Asked Johnny Vigilant.
No,
Replied Scamper 8493-420.
but you're right. You're my hero.
Johnny Vigilant smiled.
Oh,
Said Bunny Zoraz.
what's that up ahead?
Ken 10B541 stopped walking and pointed to the left.
I think we should follow that path.
He stepped forward, and the trio followed Ken 10B541 through the winding path. Suddenly, they heard laughing. It sounded like a witch cackling.
Scamper.
Oh no!
Said Scamper 8493-420.
It's Edna, the witch.
Ken
Oh,
10
sorry, that was you.
Oh,
Yeah.
everybody take a drink.
Drink, everyone drink.
Usually I do that to others.
Yeah,
It's
usually
endless
specifically
night.
to get people to drink. Himself to drink.
Yeah. It's another witch.
Ken. Ken. All right. Ken 10B541 stopped walking and pointed to the left.
Is it Bunny?
Oh, sorry.
Wait.
Is it?
Yeah,
Where?
right there.
Who is that?
Asked Bunny Zoraz. Ken 10B541 started to scramble away and the others followed. Scamper 8493-420 began to tell Johnny Vigilant and Bunny Zoraz about Edna.
Edna's constantly trying to master his spells, spending most of her time tucked away in a gloomy gray wall room, literally mixing spells up in a bubbling cauldron.
Ken 10B541 added,
One time, not too long ago, she turned 5 innocent Mirkas into one delicious Mirka pie when she only meant to harmlessly remove their tails for her bounce incredibly high spell. And another time, she mistakenly made some tasty snorkel pudding, but the details of that are way too disgusting to tell.
harmlessly remove their tails.
Right.
Harmlessly.
Harmlessly.
Johnny Vigilant gulped nervously.
By the way, Spitfire says, isn't Ken 10B541 a stormtrooper? As in, Ken 10B541, why aren't you at your post?
Oh my god.
We're all right here now. Everybody's fine now. Thank you.
What do we do if she catches us? Asked Johnny Vigilant. Scamper 8493-420 replied,
She's going to ask you for potion ingredients. You have to bring her exactly what she asked for,
Or what?
Yells Bunny Zoraz.
will turn you into a warthog.
Okay.
Yeah.
Johnny Vigilant and Bunny Zoraz got even more scared and tried even harder to fight their way out of the swamp. They approached a tower, and the sound of cackling got louder. Johnny Vigilant looked up and saw Edna flying overhead on her broomstick.
Be quiet, everyone!
Whispered Ken 10B541. They were silent for a moment, until Bunny Zoraz sneezed. Edna dove down out of the sky and found Ken 10B541, Johnny Vigilant, Bunny Zoraz, and Scamper 8493-420 trying to hide from her. She cackled loudly and shrieked,
I want Drew to have this one.
Oh. Well, just do classic witch, I guess.
Yeah, please.
Oh, you are cute little grass types.
She scooped them up in her arms and carried them back to her castle.
We're not Pokemon,
Yelled Johnny Vigilant. Edna said,
Worry not. I'm not taking you Pokemon pirates on my evil witch's broomstick. I am the most skilled elemental sorcerer of the dark world, Edna the Grass Queen.
Wait a minute, that sounds like she likes to party.
Here!
she's, what? So what is she on? Is she on a good witch's broomstick?
I'm confused.
I don't know.
She said, setting down the group.
The computer wrote all of that. Like all of it.
Sure did. Sure did.
She picked up Scamper 8493-420 and threw him at Johnny Vigilant. Johnny caught him by the scruff of the neck and dropped him to the ground.
I'll get you for that.
Yelled Scamper 8493-420 as Johnny Vigilant set him down.
What do you want from us?
Asked Ken 10B541. Edna smirked and said,
I've been searching for the missing ingredients for my latest spell. If you find them for me, I will reward you with a treat. Interested?
It's turned into a King's Quest game now.
Yeah, I know.
Scamper 84...
And then I'll tell you more shit to find me. That's what I'm video games.
Give me a stick and I'll give you a magic coin. Scamper 8493-420 said,
Aaron, I've heard there are very rare Pokemon in a swamp.
Edna told them that they needed to go back into the swamp to find orange gummy Quiggles and Lenny mint chocolate chip ice cream for her glowing potion of Kachik stretching.
What? Okay.
Thank you. My spell needs these items quickly or it will lose potency. You have 2 hours and 4 minutes. Hurry!
Stretch your mom's Kachiks like that. The adventurers did as she said. In the course of their journey, they came across a glistening blue swamp monster, but Scamper 8493-420 used his psychic powers to cause him to disappear and take a bag of Quiggles with him.
Time's a-wasting,
said Edna.
I need those ingredients. These ingredients now!
Johnny Vigilant and the others raced into the swamp. Ken 10B541, still recovering from his run-in with the Swamp Witch, tried to catch up.
This is
Oh, that's
Ken?
me. Guys, be careful.
He said, panting. He was panting.
And then be
It
more
is just
fun.
I'm also
Painting.
painting in the swamp.
Right, he was painting. He had a
Everyone
painting
stand
it
still
earlier.
or else you're going to turn out blurry.
They emerged into a dark green abyss. Suddenly, a pair of eyes appeared in the gloom.
The next item is in a laboratory right below you.
Said a disembodied voice.
Hurry, your time's running out.
Johnny Vigilant heard a thunk as Ken 10B541 fell down the stairs.
You've got to be kidding me!
Yelled Scamper 8493-420.
This is my punishment for trying to help.
I love Scamper 8493-420's like twisted side that just comes out now and then.
Did I mention, Johnny? I killed all your friends.
Yeah, right?
After I blew up your house.
Right. The three went to investigate. As they approached the blackened room, their feet started to sink into the swamp. They couldn't help but think of the unfortunate Neopets who had accidentally fallen into the depths of the swamp.
We've got to get to the bottom of this,
shouted Johnny Vigilant as the swamp caved in around them. You know what I keep thinking about is that sad puppy. Like, it's gonna die if they're trapped here.
The computer was literally like, here's like a room with a lake and a sad puppy. Fuck you. Bye.
But he's got candy on trees.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
But he can't reach most of them. He has to be given the candy.
He's only got one leg.
At the bottom of the hole, were two humongous eyeballs. They raised their torches to the ceiling and saw a top hat with a tiny cylinder attached to the top, which had the words, "Do not put them in your mouth," written on it. That's like an invitation. Or a dare. Ken 10B541 thought it was very clever of the Swamp Witch to set the traps. Johnny Vigilant was put in an even more unnerving mood by these creepy eyes. It reminded him of the evil queen's use of mouse ears in Snow White.
I don't remember that.
Don't look at me for answers. I don't have them. The computer made this up. Don't look at me. I don't. Okay, look. I'll tell you a secret. There was another part of this where, okay, right about here, y'all. The computer got really obsessed with the word mouse. It was like there was one part where it was like, right here, it was like, the mouse ears by Snow White. And then it was like, Johnny, come here, I am a mouse. And then it was like, Johnny looked, he was a mouse. And then Johnny turned into a mouse. And then everyone fucking just turned, and I was like, okay, computer, no, we gotta do this again. And you'll see.
Okay.
You'll see.
Eek!
He yelled. Scamper 8493-420 frantically searched for the ingredients, but he couldn't find them anywhere.
Eek!
he screamed.
Where are the ingredients?
But the expression on his face changed to a calm, regal mouse. Smile. He picked up a lock of her hair and said,
"You weren't able to get me my... Oh, wait. Huh?
Yeah.
Yep, just read it. I don't know.
You weren't able to get my ingredients. Maybe you'll be able to get me my prey." Which character am I again? There it is.
Scamper 8493-420 dropped the lock of hair and found a bag of orange gummy Quiggles on a nearby rock, while Johnny Vigilant laughed and Ken 10B541 cried.
Meanwhile, Michael's beating himself up because he's like, "Damn it, Godzilla does not drink coffee." Character swap here. Wow.
Who is this?
Well, who is this?
So I assume the witch?
Oh, the witch? Oh, okay.
I think.
No, this is Bunny.
Oh, this is Bunny. Okay.
Oh.
Drew technically read the first word of the line, so everyone drink.
That was my fault, but still.
Everyone drink anyway.
I forgot about Bunny existing.
Yeah, I bet you did. Well, guess what? Now we just need the Lenny Mint chocolate chip ice cream to finish her glowing potion of cheek stretching. How much time do we have left?
She asked and looked at Ken. She asked and looked at Ken 10B541, who had fallen to the bottom of the stairs.
Again?
No, he admitted it all the time.
Is that why he's crying?
I think so. Sorry, Derek, can you just...
He screamed.
Keep going.
Oh, you're messing up my spell. That's my ice cream, and you're messing it up.
He might be delusional at this point. That might be what's going on.
Yeah. He broke his knee on his fall, and now he's very confused and tired.
I like that apparently the AI was like, in case you forgot, Ken 10B541 has fallen to the bottom of the stairs.
Is this not a new basement after they got the Quiggles? Now they're at the ice cream and he just fell down more stairs?
Oh my god. Just never-ending stairs to fall down. Scamper8493-420 sighed.
Yeah. Oh, there's no need to fret. The ingredients are all around us. All we have to do is turn around and pick them up, just like the witch said.
He said, and waited for...
Just like the witch, or possibly me, said.
and waited for Johnny Vigilant.
I like Spitfire's explanation. Maybe the witch talks to them by just randomly possessing them.
Oh.
Let's do this,
said Johnny Vigilant.
Okay.
Said Scamper8493-420.
But how will we know where to go? We haven't even found the ingredients yet.
Suddenly, Johnny Vigilant noticed the strangest thing.
Sorry, Sam says falling down an MC Escher staircase.
I think Family Guy did that.
Okay, what are we
Now it's
doing?
not funny.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I think IT crowd did that. Is it funnier now?
What are we
never
doing?
seen it.
All right.
What are we doing? I don't have time for this. If we don't get out of this swamp soon, we're dead. Oh, I know what to do.
He laughed and said,
Ice cream is the perfect liquid for making a magical potion.
and just like that, he felt a powerful force of ice wrap around his body and he became ice cold.
What the heck is happening? Why am I still alive?
I ask myself that every morning.
When the computer wrote that, I was like, oh yeah, you're good, computer. You're a good little human in there.
He shouted. Scamper8493-420 raced up to him and said,
Johnny Vigilant, close your eyes and think of Lenny mint chocolate chip ice cream.
What?
he said, shocked.
Oh, geez. I was thinking of a mouse.
He said and opened his eyes.
Okay.
He said and closed them again.
Wait. Oh.
I guess this is Johnny talking, right?
It's me. Open them again, Johnny. I'm a mouse.
He said and turned around to see Ken 10B541, who had just transformed into a mouse.
Don't know why the computer was like, I love mouse. Haircut mouse.
I was thinking about that ice cream. I can still taste it.
Said Johnny Vigilant and tried to focus harder.
Lenny mint chocolate chip ice cream.
He thought, and the three of them heard a familiar voice say,
This should be
Okay,
like
I
an
think this is
Edna
the witch.
voice. Yeah, Edna voice.
Okay.
You would have been an amazing witch, my apprentice.
That's her.
yelled Johnny Vigilant.
I did it.
And a cup of Lenny mint chocolate chip ice cream appeared in front of him like magic. He reached out and grabbed it.
How much time is left?
Shouted Ken 10B541.
10 minutes.
Whispered Bunny Zoraz. Shouted Scamper8493-420 as he took off towards the witch's tower. Ken 10B541, Bunny Zoraz, and Johnny Vigilant raced behind him, carrying the ingredients in their arms. They approached the tower and knocked on the door.
Would this be the witch or like a butler?
I think so.
Do it.
Which?
Okay.
Who's there? I
Yelled
forgot
it.
everything that happened today so far. I'm not expecting anyone.
I turned into a mouse. It's terrible.
Yelled an irritated voice.
It's us.
Said Ken 10B541.
We have your ingredients. Now open up.
yelled Johnny Vigilant. They heard a scream and a crash, followed by a moment of silence.
Open up!
Shouted Johnny Vigilant louder. Then a small peephole appeared on the door.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's you little sweeties. Come now. Bring me the ingredients for my spell and hurry up, otherwise the magic will be lost.
For some reason, the peephole was at crotch height. She opened the door.
You can only
She opened the
peep out a
door.
peep.
She opened the door and let them inside. Scamper8493-420 handed her the gummy Quiggles, and Johnny Vigilant handed her the Lenny Mint chocolate chip ice cream. She took the ingredients hastily and put them into a large glass jar.
Thanks.
Said the witch and ran to the window. She looked out and screamed,
Ice cream! I'm freezing! What did you...
Suddenly, the entire island froze. Johnny Vigilant thought about that for a moment.
I think we should move.
He said,
But it's freezing outside.
Bunny Zoraz objected.
Are you crazy?
Don't worry.
Said Scamper8493-420.
I'll take care of it.
So is poor Ken
end.
10B541 still a mouse?
I don't
I think so.
I guess.
This was largely, mostly unsupervised.
Yeah. Wow, that was a wild
It
ride.
was. I think something happened. I think it might have progressed the plot a little bit. I could be wrong.
It did. You know, they got a quest and they completed the quest. I'm kind of
Story
proud of the
over.
computer for being that coherent.
It did stay focused on that, yeah.
All right. Well, we've got a little bit of time left. We can go looking for something. Derek, do you have some kind of intellectual property or show or book that you would like to read fan fiction of?
My brain first went to Digimon, but this was Neopets themed. There's also Doctor Who.
There's always Doctor Who.
Every day.
There's always Doctor Who.
Anything we look up is going to have a crossover with Doctor Who.
Or Zelda is also fun.
Oh, yeah. We haven't done Zelda in quite a while.
I was going to say, don't ask for something with the works of J.D. Salinger because you'll be ignored, but good, you stayed away from that mindset.
We tried that. It was a dead end.
Oh, you know what? I just watched something from my childhood recently to see. It was like, would this be something my daughter enjoys? And I looked at it like, oh God, no, this is terrible. The Never-Ending Story. Anybody?
Oh,
familiar?
yeah.
Oh,
It's
I
wild.
actually...
Children acting as badly as they can at puppets. It's really weird.
I actually
So,
just produced it at my school. I'm a theater teacher, and we just
Really?
did the stage version of it.
I can't remember the kid's name is Atreyu, right? What's the horse's name?
Atreyu and Artax, and then
Artax.
and then
when-
when Bastion Balthazar Bucks reading the book.
Well, when Artax dies, like that is one of the harshest moments in kids'
In the
movies.
swamps of sadness.
Yeah, because it's like he's just overcome with the melancholiness of life, and it's like Jesus Christ. As a kid, I remember that being pretty overwhelming.
Yes.
Also, at the end of
absolutely.
that movie, does the horse come back? I don't remember that happening. It was very late when I got to that part, but like everything comes back at the end when they think, oh, the nothing swallowed everything.
Everything is the nothing kind of takes over, and Bastion is allowed to wish everything back, and he pretty much just brings everything back.
But do we see the horse? And like, is there a montage where it's like, and the horse is included? Or is that still in the swamp?
It's back, but still dead in the swamp.
Oh God damn it!
It and that sad puppy both got swallowed by the swamps of
No.
Oh, this is miserable. Oh, jeepers. All right.
Jeepers.
Are you trying to put a little bean on screen?
Hi, this is a little bean. Hi.
Okay. This is gonna be.
Hey everyone, this is a little bean. Goodbye.
Aw.
Oh God. Never mind. I'm not gonna do that one.
Little bean does not want to be on screen.
I'm looking for something that we can finish in the
play
time that we
with.
have. What's this crossover between Legend of Zelda and Hilda? I have not seen Hilda. I've heard it's great, but
No, sorry. I don't
yeah,
like
this
one.
looks
I don't
boring.
like this one. All right, I'm gonna pick it. Link Gets Hungry by DY100.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, rated M drama angst.
Oh no.
I'm posting the link in the chat,
Everyone, hold on to your butts.
and I'm gonna put it in the reader.
Hold on to your butts.
Hold on to your butts. This is rated M for mature.
Oh God, we the first line.
What? Oh.
Yeah, I'm really. Listen. They say don't judge a book by a cover. They say don't judge it by its title. But I know damn well. With the title like Link is Hungry, we got something great. We got gold on our hands, baby.
Link is hungry for love.
Okay.
Let's go.
You know his tummy's totally Audrey too.
I am hungry.
Feed me.
One day, Link was working out in his love dungeon when he began to feel a feeling. It was his tummy saying,
Now,
Oh, should I just do it again?
yeah, just do it.
Obviously.
I am hungry, Link. Feed me.
That's amazing.
Link went to his chest and opened it, but it was already open.
Okay.
Okay,
He looked
delete
in
this. Delete this right now.
He looked in his milk bottle, but it was dry and crusty. So Link went forth to get a glass of milk. Right up the street was a convenience named Shy Guy Express. It was run by a fly guy, though.
Wow.
Link went inside, making the door say,
Ding dong.
Fly Guy looked at Link suspiciously since the last time Link was in the store, he rolled into all the shelves and knocked everything onto the floor. And
Oh, yeah.
He's always doing that.
and guess what? Link did it again. But this time Fly Guy was ready. He beat Link with a pillowcase full of soap and threw him out of the Shy Guy Express.
Fly Guy's been in jail, I guess. It's just like, look, it's just a weapon I'm comfortable with. Good with it. I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to open my store, but this is what I have behind the counter.
You come back again, I'll shank you.
Dare Bear,
I got
maybe
a sharpened
Fly
toothbrush.
Guy.
You are banned for life.
Shouted Fly Guy. Link began backflipping into the distance, saying,
Yeah.
again and again. Now Fly Guy was finished with a shift, so he began to speedrun ROM hacks on the premier site for people who wear masks 24/7. No matter... Did an AI write this? It's just like... Now we're going to talk about Fly Guy. No matter how hard he tried, he could not get the world record, though. Oh.
Yeah, no, you read it right.
No matter how hard he tried, he could not get the world record, though. Frustrated...
Going.
I'm sorry. I want fancy people to say world record like that. I imagine them like swirling their wine and going like, "Did you get the world record?
The world record.
You want no son of mine unless you get the world record."
Oh, Emily just got accepted at Bonon. Frustrated with his failure, Fly Guy created an account on and began to write a hate story about his enemy Link.
Wait, are we reading that story? Is this meta now?
Apparently.
In the story, Link was really hungry, but he could not find anything to eat. He got so hungry that he began to hallucinate. He saw a slice of birthday cake and started to cut it up. But the cake started crying. It was actually not a cake, but a Korok.
You found me,
said the Korok, who was very badly hurt. Link didn't care. He kept ripping and tearing until the job was done. But then he was unable to eat the Korok because it was made of wood. Oops! Finally, Link blacked out and collapsed. Fly Guy ended the chapter there, satisfied with a job well done.
Yeah. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
Bravo.
He didn't bother to check if Godzilla was eating or drinking coffee 3 fucking sentences after he said he didn't drink coffee. He then posted the story directly to without checking the spelling at all. So this author
16 reviews.
So when you post in fanfiction, if you have more than 1 star, it deletes it. I don't know why, but I would almost bet that this original story or this original text has stars, and the author was like, I'll go back and fill that in later, because it's like he created an account on and began to write a hate story, and it's like the site is missing, and I bet they did that at both places. Yeah, anyway, behind the scenes with fanfiction. Okay. In the next few days, only a few people read Fly Guy's story. I hear you. And only one person gave any feedback. Fly Guy didn't like that feedback, so he slammed his laptop shut angrily and resolved to turn to a life of crime. Later that year, Fly Guy was shot 5 times in the chest during a robbery gone wrong.
No!
He survived. He survived and was sentenced to prison until Metroid Prime 4's release. He waited a long time.
All right.
Well, that was a masterpiece and a half.
That was wonderful.
See, Misha, we don't always get gems when we go fishing.
What do you mean? That was this guy's magnum opus.
Okay.
I mean, it needed some people falling downstairs, but beyond that, it was pretty good.
True. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Misha liked it.
All right.
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you, especially Dare Bear, for joining us for this special event.
Dare Bear, welcome.
Yeah, it was great.
Thank you.
Great having.
Thank you for letting me.
Where do we find you, and how do we get more of Dare Bear in our lives?
Oh, you can find me on Twitch at Dare Bear, spelled with really weird numbers, and I'll be on tomorrow night playing some Zelda, and maybe I'll find a Fly Guy.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll try to
Certainly
chop
some
up a
crusty milk.
Korok.
Make him say, yeah.
Oh, I will
yeah.
for sure.
Make him do that.
Over and over.
We do Weird Friends streams every Saturday.
Not every Saturday, like every other Saturday. So not this Saturday, but next Saturday. Come hang out with us and get weird.
Yeah, that's recombining plush animals, plush toys.
Y'all know what it is.
Yeah, probably you do know what it is. Oh boy!
I finally realized why I still feel frustrated. It's because I really wanted more with the love dungeon, you know? But,
Yeah.
Honestly, same.
They just dropped that detail and moved on.
Yeah.
Maybe you can pick up chapter 2.
I wrote that one, didn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
It was as disjointed as computer writing. Oh,
Making the door say ding dong.
This was their
One and only
story written by what was it? Dwayne
100.
Is it really that surprising?
no.
I thought they would at least have like the Bill of Rights or the Constitution up here.
No, you nail it and then you get out of there. That's it. Perfection. Why mess with it?
Yeah. All right.
I mean, like a zing like Metroid Prime 4 at the end. That's
Exactly.
magnum opus.
No, I wouldn't
But-
want to be Metro Prime 4 right now.
A lot of anger in that office.
I'm going to see if anybody is streaming right now that we could read. And the quote of the night is, I may not be much of a rider, but I do like speed from a horse running like a wild horse.
Those
we
were the days.
haven't rated super positive in a long time, so I think we're going to do that.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody, for joining, and remember it all going according to plan, and we'll see you next week, everybody.
And my bye.
Bye.